While Sun Tzu's iconic treatise, The Art of War, is deeply rooted in ancient military stratagem, its core principles contain an oft-overlooked wealth of wisdom for navigating the daily campaigns we all wage in business, personal finance, health, and virtually any sphere of modern life, where resources are finite and stakes are high. The revered strategist's chapter on waging war especially resonates with the perils of open-ended conflicts and the imperative of rapid, decisive victories, maxims with profound applications in how we approach major projects, career moves, and personal ambitions. Sun Tzu quantifies in sobering detail the massive daily expenditures required to sustain a large military force, figures that in today's dollars equate to millions lavished each day on supplies, equipment, transportation, and infrastructure. His core calculus? All major endeavors, whether in ancient warfare or launching a new business venture, accrue costs that rapidly compound and often exceed anticipated budgets. In our personal wars against debt, career stagnation, or health issues, Sun Tzu's principles remind us of the critical importance of first fully understanding the total costs involved before launching any major campaign. Just as strategic miscalculation could leave armies debilitating deficient in provisioning, so too can underestimating the full toll of getting an advanced degree, renovating a home, or funding life-saving medical treatment leave individuals waylaid by mushrooming secondary expenses. Just as an ill-conceived military invasion can deplete a nation's vital reserves through grinding attrition, so too can corporate pricing wars, expensive ad campaigns, or cash-burning land grabs in an emerging market slowly bleed a company's foundations. Sun Tzu equates the assured path to ruination as being indecision and inaction in swiftly pressing for resolution. Cleverness has never been seen associated with long delays. Whether struggling with personal debt, health issues, or professional stagnation, the strategist's pragmatic logic reminds us that swift and committed action towards resolving challenges permanently is vastly preferable to death by 1,000 cuts through interminable indecision and half measures. But Sun Tzu also cautions us to be aware of how our personal conflicts and struggles affect those around us. Just as warfare inevitably leads to societal upheaval and civilian hardships, so too can an individual's debt burdens, addiction issues, or career crises create toxic ripple effects that strain relationships, family finances, and personal well-being for one's broader community. A contentious divorce, for example, is its own battle that can inflict collateral damage on friends and children if handled attritionally, rather than pursuing points of mutual resolution. In the business world, examples of the costs of interminable conflict abound, from incumbent giants like United and American unleashing years of above-market flight capacity at losses just to regain market share from low-cost competitors, to Uber's strategy of raising and burning through over $2 billion in venture capital to subsidize discount rides in a bid to overwhelm the taxi industry through an unsustainable scorched earth pricing blitz. Yet Sun Tzu's insights go beyond just the importance of decisive action. He emphasizes the sagacity of resourcefulness, creatively maximizing finite assets whenever possible. His directives around foraging off enemy supplies and integrating captured equipment parallel the modern ethos of the sharing economy, upcycling or software startups that leverage existing data or platforms rather than starting from scratch. This principle of turning obstacles into advantages quite literally manifested in Facebook's unprecedented growth by piggybacking off unpaid user-generated content and data initially, decimating entrenched paid content models and web portals. Or Chinese tech titan Tencent, embedding its WeChat app services into the pre-existing daily smartphone behaviors of 1 billion users. Sun Tzu also showed an astute understanding of human psychology and motivational forces. His reward system, built around sharing the spoils of war with soldiers who display extraordinary valor, speaks to the powerful combination of mission-driven purpose complemented by concrete incentives, an approach modern businesses and teams leverage through lucrative commission structures, equity compensation packages, and crowdsourcing bounties. This ties into some of Sun Tzu's most resonant strategic wisdom regarding leadership responsibility. Just as a skilled general preserves their nation's resources and morale through swift, precise operational decisions, so too must the CEO, team leader, or parent bear the weight of making judicious choices that impact the collective fortunes of their respective companies, teams, and families. Do they let challenges drag on indefinitely, progressively leaching away their foundations? Or do they marshal and motivate their full forces through a mix of purpose and rewards to resolve pivotal inflection points rapidly and holistically? For whether in the arena of warfare, business, or personal growth, skilled leadership requires that holistic understanding to recognize the ruinous path of perpetual grinding attrition versus the high road of achieving victories decisively. Ultimately, Sun Tzu's core premise extends well beyond ancient martial strife. At its heart, it reinforces the age-old axiom that while not all conflicts, big or small, may be avoidable, their duration and resulting toll is very much within each person's power to control. We can resign ourselves to protracted personal, professional, or financial struggles that steadily grind away our foundations. Or we can embrace the strategist's ethos of dynamically resetting the competitive clock through resourcefulness and committed willpower to achieve decisive victories rapidly, preserving our holistic health, prosperity, and relationships so we live to fight another day. For in everyday life, true victory often means achieving our key goals without bankrupting our savings, burning out completely, or alienating our support networks. It's about being keenly strategic in allocating our finite resources of time, money, energy, and goodwill. And whether on the proverbial battlefield or in our modern daily lives, none can truly endure perpetual grinding conflicts without first collapsing from within through the debilitating costs of interminable struggle. Sun Tzu's timeless strategic wisdom continues inspiring us to actively choose the better path of swift, resourceful, resolute action over self-defeating inertia. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If something resonated with you, share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be valuable to others. Now, a quick reminder. Make it a habit to learn something beneficial every day. The content you consume is like food for your brain, so be intentional about it. Otherwise, the algorithm might start influencing your thoughts. Reflect on that. We're always accepting your contributions through subscriptions to our channel. Your support will help us with upcoming projects and ensure we continue delivering top-notch content. Join us by subscribing today.